What's up? It's good to see you guys. Good evening. We're looking at the 15-minute chart of the SPY. You guys can see that it went absolutely nowhere. Just going up and down, not much follow through, very trappy. We go to a daily chart and we can see that we have the infamous inside candle setup, and this usually leads to a decent or a big trend move. I'm going to talk about how to trade this, and I'm going to give you guys evidence that this trade setup is awesome. But before I get to that, I do want to talk to you guys about what does it take to be a master trader. It takes two things: the right mindset and the right trading plan, the right trading approach. So let's talk about the mindset real quick. I want you guys to imagine that your brain is a mansion, and inside this mansion are many different rooms, and each room has a name. One room is called anger, another room is called happiness, another room is called stress the F out, another room can be called grateful, another room can be called relieved. Many different rooms that represent your emotional state. Now, I want you to imagine a version of you that has everything that they've ever wanted. If you have everything that you ever wanted and need right now, how would that feel? What emotional state would you be in? Would you feel grateful? Would you feel happy? Would you feel relieved? Would you feel lucky? Whatever the feeling is, I want you to catch that feeling. Now go back to your mind being a mansion with many different rooms. Go to the room that catches the state of the version of yourself that has everything they wanted. If you feel relieved, you go to the room that is called relieved. If you feel lucky, I want you to go to the room that's called lucky. Inside your mind, just imagine it. And I want you to stay in that room. Whenever you have to work, talk to your family, I want you to speak and take action from that room in your mind. So if your goal and your desire is to be a master trader, think about how that would feel. If you was a master trader, would you feel proud of yourself? If you feel proud of yourself, I want you to go to that room in your mind that's called proud, and you operate, you work from that room inside your mind. Does that make sense? Mindset is very important when it comes to trading. Your state of mind that you're making your decisions from is crucial to becoming a master trader. We are not operating from lack. We are operating from abundance, gratefulness, love, etc. So now that we got the mindset figured out, now that we have that figured out, controlled and managed, we have to look at the chart on SPY and notice the inside candle setup. Now, I told you guys I would tell you guys how to trade this, and I'll give you evidence on how great this setup is. Now, the way you trade the inside candle setup is you look at the range of the mother candle. The mother candle is the preceding candle. The range of the mother candle is 617.8 low up to 624. That tells me anything in between that range represents chop. The chop that we see on the 15-minute chart, that's chop. Not much follow through, not much direction. I don't want to trade chop. Theta decay, might get trapped out. Many reasons why I don't want to deal with the chop. But if we can break the range of the mother candle, meaning if we break 624, clear 620.5, 622, and 624, above 624, I would be bull biased based on that setup in favor new all-time highs. And for me to favor a pullback, I need to see the break of that range. I have 620.5, 619, and the low of the mother candle's low is at 617.8. Below 617.8, I would be bear bias in favor some lows. I told you guys I would give you evidence on this setup working. You see, we are traders. We trade the setup, we secure profits. Now, the last inside candle setup that you guys may recall was right here where I just circled. June 30th candle, July 1st candle, as even as July 2nd candle. You see the two candle setup. The mother candle was June 30th. July 1st was within the range of June 30th candle. And you can see the third candle, what happened on the third candle, July 2nd. We broke out the high of the mother candle. Mother candle's high was 619-ish. We broke it out, and what was the new all-time pivot high? 626.28. About a $7 move to the upside before we pulled back. And the breakout has yet to be invalidated. But it shows you right here with evidence that the inside candle setup can work, at least for a good swing tradable move. Here's another one where I'm circling right here. That would be May 19th and May 21st candle. You can see on the third candle on May 21st, we took out the low. The low of May 19th was 588. We took out 588, and in the next 2 to 3 days, we went to a low of 575.6ish. It's about a 13ish, $12 move to the downside. Now, I can keep on scrolling to the left side and showing you guys more evidence of it working and when it's not working, but it definitely works more than it doesn't. But I just want you guys to understand that we have that set up now, and that is what I'm paying attention to. So once again, 617.8 to 624 is the chop range. If we can break that range, I think we'll get a tradable and a trend move either to the upside or to the downside. I'm favoring maybe a $10 to $15 move in one direction. Might take one day, might take multiple days, but if we can break that range, that is what I'm favoring. Now we move on to triple Q. It also has an inside candle setup. The high of the mother candle is at 554.34. That's actually right around a fib level that I have. So for me to be bullish, I need to see that level clear. 553 and 554.3. Those levels clear, we're likely heading up to 555.5 plus, most likely 560. Now the low of the mother candle is at 549.5. We break down that low, I would favor a $10 to maybe $15 move to the downside. But before we can even get there, I have support at 551, which is a fib level, and then we can get to the low of the mother candle at 549.5. So we break down those support levels, I would then favor more downside. Otherwise, if we clear 553 and 554.3, new all-time high is likely. Tesla, we had a little bounce, very nice. It stayed above my 295.5 level, managed to get to a high of 304. Pretty nice move, but there was some selling pressure intraday as well. So the question now is, can bears show some follow through tomorrow? For that to happen, 297 and the fib level at 295.5 must fail, and then we'll likely head down to 290, 288 or lower. But above 295.5, bulls still have a shot at some more upside. Today's high was at 304. That tells me there's selling pressure there. So if bulls can take out 300 and 304, there's a good chance we'll head up to 308 and the fib level at 309.3. I can't favor some type of bottom is in unless the fib level at 309.3 can recapture, and maybe we can go for the gap fill around 315, 316 area. Here is NVDA. It managed to turn my 159-ish level into a buy zone, but it did not clear the 161 level. So if it wants more upside and set new all-time highs, 161 must clear. So if you're holding calls from the 155, 157, even the 159 area, I would keep holding, especially if 161 clears. But make sure you guys have proper stop loss, because below 155 and 153, which is the previous all-time high, I would be bear biased. Losing 159 would be a bearish warning because we technically cleared it today. So staying above 159 keeps the breakout intact, and clearing 161 would be the bullish fall. But if we lose those levels, be very careful. Respect your stop loss. Maybe you can switch to the other side if the momentum is right. Here is coin, still getting selling pressure from that fib level. We managed to gap above and it tried to go high, going around 368.79, but bulls failed to get the daily chart close above that fib level around 361.3. It did drop back down to the fib level around 348.6, and bears didn't get the breakdown. So that's the range. This is a big range, but coin is very volatile. The range is 348.6 up to 361.3. Anything in between you is definitely tradable, but technically that's chop. If we can break down 354, 352, 350, and 348.6, especially that level, I would be bearish and favor another 10, 20, maybe $25 move to the downside. If we're gonna be bullish, I need to see 360 and 361.3 clear, especially on the daily chart, for me to favor more upside back to the 380 plus. And last but certainly not least, here is IWM with its own inside candle setup. The range is 222.8 down to 218.4. Anything in between is chop. If we're going to be bullish, we need to see 221.5 and the high at 222.8 clear. But I do have a fib level at 223, so I would use that instead. 221.5 and 223 clear, I would be bullish and look to long. But if 220 and 218 fail, I would be bear bias to the downside, maybe another $5 to $15 move to the downside. And there you have it. That's Uncle Chartis's trading plan for tomorrow. You keep the right mindset. You're a money magnet. You're a master trader. Believe that. We get what we believe. We get what we embody. It's not about faking it. Because some people might say this stuff like, I am a money magnet, and then they feel like they're faking it subconsciously. But it's not about faking it, guys. It's about embodying it. If you truly are a money magnet, what would you do? Would you go out, have fun with your family? You don't always have to spend money. You don't always have to spend money to have fun, you know? If you are a master trader, would you make calculated decisions? You see? You're embodying it. You're embodying it, and you're going to attract the right situations. It's going to come into your life. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Peace.